Hello everyone. So now we are going to learn how we can use the new EVE-NG. Let me check because now we are live in YouTube. So I need to just get the confirmation. After that we can start continuing this one. Okay, just anyone can write in the chat. Just confirm you can see us. We are live now in the YouTube. In this one we are going to discuss how we can use the EVE-NG. We have the new edition of EVE-NG. I already installed that one. Let's do some basic lab. Okay, I think I think we are live now in the YouTube, so we can start now. Just confirm if you can see my screen, write in the chat box so we can start now. Okay, so if you see here, this is our EVE-NG. Okay, I install here EVE-NG. We have now new one. If you see, this is the new one. I have the old one also and the new one which I installed recently because they update EVE-NG. They update also. If you check in the website, now they are giving the ISO file. Before they are giving the OVF file. So installation later we will see. Already I done the setup. Everything is ready. Just you can go here and power on this virtual machine. Okay, so in this one you will get the IP address here. You need to type that IP in the browser as we do before for the old version of EVE. Also same thing we need to do. Here you will get the IP address. You need to type that IP here. Okay, we need to wait for some time and then you will get here the IP address. So what I will do, I will put that IP here. Okay, I will put that IP here. So if you see here in the browser, we can put any browser we can use. So we can use Google Chrome or Mozilla, anything, no issue. We need any browser to use that one. So if you see here, we are going to get here the IP. We need to put that IP here. If you see, I get here IP 192.168.159.134. okay, this IP we need to put. So I will go here and if you see, I am using the EVE-NG 6.2.0-4 community edition. Before we have 5.0, now you have the 6.2. so this is the latest version. Even if you have the old version, no problem, you can do whatever we can do here. All the labs, everything you can do, no problem. I have both. Sometime I am using the new, sometime I am using the 5. Version also. Both are working easily, no issue. You can use any one. Okay, and the username is same like we have before, admin, and the password is EVE, and press enter. And here I done one lab here. If you see, this is the Palo Alto. So I done before here. Okay, so anyhow, let me show you the new one. I will keep like this one. I close this one. I can go out. Here if you see, I have one folder PA. In that one we have the Palo Alto Firewall. This is the Palo Alto Firewall I have. So this one later we will see how to use the Palo Alto also. Later I will show you how to install, how to activate the license, all the stuff we will see later. Now we will focus on CCNA. Okay, so this is a folder I have. We can create one folder or we can do the lab. Same thing as we do before, same thing will be there here. Now let me create new lab and show you how to do the lab here. So folder same as we create before, same procedure to create the folder also. So now I will create the new lab. Okay, click here new lab and give here lab. Example, I need to do the basic lab 1. So I will give basic lab 1 here and then click save. So this is a dashboard. Here you can take the devices whatever you want to use and put here. Right click here add node and you can see here whatever devices you need. Example, you need switch, you need router, or you need the Palo Alto Firewall, or you need the Windows Server. Whatever you need you can use here. See here, whatever the grayed out, I don't install that image. Till now I did not install that images, that's why it is a grayed out. And wherever you can see the blue color, that image already I install here. And if you go down, you can see this is a VPC. So now let's do one basic lab. So what I will do here, I will use like one switch. So if you see, this is one switch. I can give the name as a SW1, and here this is an icon. We can select which one you need. This is a new icon they put in the new EVENG. Okay, new icon. Okay, so let me take the switch icon. This is a router. I will take the switch. Let me check where it is. Server. They changed the icon here in the new EVENG. And this is a switch. I can take any one. Let me take this one. Okay, I will click save. So this is my switch in the EVENG. Now I will take the node. I will take VPC. I can go here and you can see this is a VPC. I will take 4 VPC and I will give here the PC. And what else? That's all. Click OK and you can see you have the PC here. Name they give as a PC1, so I need to correct. I will say PC1 we have, not PC2, and this will be PC2. I can say I will edit the name here, and then this will be like PC3, and after that here PC1 PC2, this one I will correct as a PC3, and this will be PC4, and we will connect. So I will connect also now. How we will connect? Same thing, just take this, put your mouse on this red color cable, drag and leave on the switch. They will give you this PC1 Ethernet 0 is connecting to the switch 1 E0 by 0. Click OK. Same thing you will do here. Click save. Same thing you will do here. Click save. Same thing you will do. Click save. Okay, so now you have the 4 computer. So what we can do, I can say one PC here, one PC here, one PC here. I can move this down, and one PC here. Now we will do the MAC address lab, like how the switch is learning the MAC address, how we can check the MAC address we can do. So these are the topology we are going to use. And here what I can do here, I can power on the device. Just right click power on, right click power on, right click power on, and here also right click power on. After that what we can do, after that just if you want to put here label, right click and write here text and put whatever you want to put. Example, I want to put 192.168.1.1/24. If you want to increase the size, you can increase here 14. If you want to keep bold, and select which color you need, whatever color you need. So this IP I am going to I am planning to assign to this PC, so I will keep there. I will duplicate, and this IP I will keep here, and here I will assign 1.2. Okay, and then I will duplicate, I will put here, I will say this will be 1.3. I am going to assign as a 1.3. Then I will duplicate again here, I will put this here as a 1.4. Any doubts here? What we done? Just we are connecting. Okay, just we are connecting, no need to worry. This is simple lab only. Okay, this is a simple lab. So what we will do, we will take the console of these devices, and we can say we will take the console of this switch. How we will do? Already we know how we are doing before. Same thing, you will follow the same procedure. There is no that much difference in the old and new EVNG. Click here, it will open like this. Click open. Then you will get the CLI of this PC. So this is a CLI of the PC1. Same thing I will do for PC2. This is a CLI of the PC2. Go here, click here, this is a CLI of the PC3. Go here, click here, this is a CLI of the PC4. Okay, and if you need the switch CLI, just click here, this is a CLI of the switch 1. If you want, click here. Okay, this is the CLI of switch. And what else I can do? I can assign the IP. So what I will do here, first of all, I will write here show IP. This command we will use to get the IP information. If I press here, I don't have any IP address here. When I write here show IP, you can see here what I am getting here, just 0.0.0.0/0. Means here I have only what we can say 0 IP with 0 subnet mask. I don't have the gateway, I don't have the DNS, only I have the MAC address. This is a MAC address. So I can copy this. This is a MAC for which PC? PC1. So if you want, I can put like this here. I can increase the size. You can select which color you need. So this is a MAC address of this computer. Now we need to assign the IP address. So how we are going to assign the IP address here? IP address, if you want to assign, you will write IP, give space, write what IP you want to assign. If you want to assign 192.168.1.1/24, press enter. This way we will assign the IP to the PC. And after that you can save, click save, so it will save the IP. And after that what you will do, you can write show IP to check that one. Now you can check you have this IP here, whatever you configure here. If you see here, before you don't have IP and subnet mask. Now you have the IP and subnet mask. We need to do the same thing for the PC2 also. So I will write here, first of all you can verify do we have the IP or not in this machine. You can write show IP. You can see you don't have anything here. Now you need to assign the IP. Meanwhile you are in the PC2, just copy the MAC address. You can see this is a MAC address because we will do the MAC address lab. So just copy, just select like this, automatically it will copy, and go to the PC2, right click, click text and paste here. And here you can increase the font size and you can make bold, and you can go as a blue here and click save. Okay, this one is the MAC address of PC2. Now what I can do, I can assign the IP address here. So I will write here IP, write 192.168.1.2/24. With this way we can assign the IP address. You already know that, right? Before we done, just now what we done, we assigned for one PC. Any doubts here? If you have any doubts, you can write in the chat. I am seeing the chat also. I am seeing the YouTube chat also. If I am not audible, if you cannot see the screen, if you face any problem, write in the chat box so I can check and I can give you the answer of that your question. Or if you have any doubt, you can ask. I will save here and I will write show IP to check that one. So I have the IP here. Let me do the same thing for the PC2. I will check show IP. Okay. Then we will assign the IP. Here you have the MAC address. You can copy the MAC address. Same we done. This is a PC3. So just click here, put the IP here, MAC address, increase the font size, make bold, change the color. Which color you like, you can take that one. And you can put, this is a MAC address of PC3. And you can assign the IP. What IP you want to assign? This is a PC3. You can write 192.168.1.3/24. And you can save that one. Okay, you need to do the same thing for PC4 also. So I will write here show IP and I will copy the MAC address here and go here. I will put the MAC address here for PC. Which one? This is a PC4. After that what we will do, we will go inside the switch and we will check. So this one, okay, basic thing we done. Let me assign IP here. So this machine IP will be 192.168.1.4/24 and I will save the configuration. I save the configuration. Now you can see here, like I can write show IP to get the information. After that what we can say here, we can write show IP and I save also, right? Let me save again. You have the IP also. Now we will go to the switch. This is a switch CLI. We will do the basic configuration here. I will write enable, then I will go here in the global configuration mode. I will change the name of the device. I can write switch 1. Okay, and if you want to check, let me exit and I can write here show MAC address table. You can see here I have the MAC address table here. This is the MAC address table. When I write here show MAC address table, what I am getting here, you can see I am getting here the MAC table. This is the MAC table you can see here. So in MAC table what we are getting here, you can see I have the VLAN 1. First you will get the, in MAC table what you have, in MAC table you have the information. What information you have here? VLAN, MAC address and the type and the port. So switch is going to store this information. What they are storing here? Switch will say my interface is 0 by 0. Okay, this one I am saying, switch is saying my interface is 0 by 0 is connected to a device whose MAC address is this one. You can see that is the MAC address of this PC. What switch is saying? Switch is saying I have one device who is connected to my port E0 by 0, this one. How I learn dynamically. No one configure me manually. I learn dynamically, and this is the MAC address of that device. And my port, this port is in VLAN 1. Okay, this way you can read. And switch is saying my interface E0 by 1 is connected to another device. That device MAC address is this one, E0 by 1. This is a E0 by 1. And see, just now we copy from here MAC address and we write here. So same thing you are having the entry here, right? And also if you see here the another port Ethernet 0 by 2, you can see this one. Switch is saying my Ethernet port is 0 by 2, this one is connected to one device whose MAC address is this one, and it is in the VLAN 1. This is the MAC address. If you see this one, this port is connected to this device, his MAC address is this one. And what else we can say? We can say another port Ethernet 0 by 3. This port, what switch is saying? Switch is saying my port E0 by 3 is connected to one device. That device MAC address is this one. You can verify here. Whatever we copy from this machine and keep here, that same MAC address is present here. How switch learn this all? Switch learn all this dynamically. Okay, when they are sending the information, first time switch will do the broadcast. If switch is not having the entry in the MAC table, first time switch is going to do the broadcast. Broadcast means sending the information to everyone. What is the meaning of broadcast? In simple words, what we can say? Sending to everyone. If you remember before what we told, let me show you if I can show you that one. It is easy. Let me check if I can show you that one. Let me take my pen tab. Okay, if you guys are interested, I will show you here, no problem, because some guys are coming and going. So if no one is interested, just I can end that one. But anyhow, I think many guys are interested. Let me show that one. Okay, so what I am saying here, you can see my pen tool, right? Let me open the pen here. If you see, later I will upgrade this one. Now see here what I am saying. Imagine now what you can say, I have this PC. Okay, this is the PC. You can say this is a PC1. Here it is written. Okay, this is a PC1, and imagine this is a PC4. You have PC4, this one. These two PC want to communicate. Okay, they want to talk to each other. We can say in simple words, PC1 want to talk to PC4. So how they can communicate? How the PC4, that is PC1, is communicating with the PC4? So he will send the frame. It will come like this here. If switch don't know the MAC address, okay, If switch don't know the MAC address, switch is going to do the broadcast. Switch will send like this information. Okay, switch will send the information like this. Switch will send like this. He will not send here. From where he is receiving, he will not send there. Switch will not send the information from where he is receiving. Only he will send the other ports. Okay, first time he will do this one because he don't know the MAC address. That's why he is going to send to everywhere other than from where he is receiving. So this guy will not reply because this whatever the frame is having the MAC address and IP, that is not this one. He will not reply. This guy will not reply, but this guy will reply. Okay, so switch will make the entry. He will make the note this MAC address is connected to my interface E0 by 0 and this MAC address is connected to my interface E0 by 3. They will put this entry in the MAC table. That's why he is saying he learned dynamically. And if they are not communicating till 5 minutes, if their machines are not communicating, they are not active till 5 minutes or 300 seconds, switch is going to delete that entry. This is important. You need to remember this one. What you need to remember? If switch is not seeing these guys are communicating till 5 minutes or 300 seconds, sorry, this one will be second, 300 seconds or 5 minutes, switch is going to delete the entry from the MAC table. He will remove this. Okay, and again when they start talking to each other, when this guy is sending to here and this guy is replying here, then first time he will do again broadcast. After that they will do one-to-one communication and that entry will be present here. Now let's see here, because I don't know from how much time we did not communicate, so now maybe the entry is clear. You can press the up arrow and press enter here. Now you can see here this MAC table is empty. Here in this MAC table, if you see here, this is a MAC table. I wrote show MAC address table. What I wrote here, show MAC address table. When I write like show MAC address table, if you are not getting anything, means our MAC table is empty. Why it is empty? Because you, as I told, switch will check if no one is communicating till 5 minutes or 300 seconds, he is going to delete that information. If they are not talking till 5 minutes or 300 seconds, he is going to remove that entry. So he removed that entry. Okay, now again if they talk to each other or anyone is pinging, then again that entry will come here. So what I will do, from PC1, this is the PC1, I am going to ping from PC1 to PC1 to PC4. See, reply is coming. I am sending ping from PC1 to PC4. Now you can go to the switch here and check here. You will have the entry. What entry you have? If you see here, you have the entry here, show MAC address table. This is a MAC address table. You have here two entry. Switch is saying my interface F0 by 0 is connected to one device whose MAC address is this one. This one you can see E0 by 0. This MAC address is this one. And I have another device which is connected to my interface E0 by 3. That is this one. And his MAC address is this one. Total device now only 2. And how I can check means, you can see this way. Here, this one. Okay, what else you can do here? Imagine your manager told this is our server. Okay, this one is our server. Your manager is saying this is our server. This MAC address you need to configure manually or static. So all the time this should be present, even 5 minutes finish or 300 second finish, you should have this entry all the time in the MAC table. Then how you can configure that one? Okay, let me repeat again what I am saying here. Your manager told you our server, that is web server, or you can see like database server, or any server, any project server you have here, it is connected to our switch E0/3. Our server, that is database server or any server, it is connected to our switch port E0/3. You need to configure this port with this MAC address. Manually you need to do the configuration. So even they are communicating or not communicating, this entry should present inside the MAC table. Like what we told before, we told if 5 minutes finish, if they are not communicating, if they are not active, switch is going to delete that information, this information. He will remove from the MAC table, right? So your manager is saying even if they are communicating or not communicating, that information should be present here. So what we can do? We need to do manually configuration. How we can do? Let me show you that one. Okay, I can show you here. Let me delete this. Or if you know, just write in the command. You know that. Anyone know that one? Anyone done before? In your real environment, you add any MAC address. Just write in the command. I can see some guys are still watching the video. So just write in the command if you know how to add that one. If you don't know, no problem, I will teach you now. Just write in the chat box yes or no. Okay, no worries. If you don't know, no issue, I will teach you now. Okay, so let me do now. What we need to do? First, if you see here, first of all, you need to remember, if you want to do any configuration, you need to go in the global configuration mode. So write config T. Okay, after that you are inside the global configuration mode. How I know I am inside the global configuration mode? You can see here. Okay, if you can see config is written, you are in the global configuration mode. If you can see, only SW1 is there and this pond symbol is there, hash. So you are in the privilege mode. Now if you see, you have this hash, before that one you have the config, means you are in the global configuration mode. So now what you can do, you need to add, okay, you need to add the MAC address manually. Means static MAC address you need to configure, as your manager told you. This server is going to connect to the port Ethernet 0/3, E0/3. So this is a command. You will write MAC address table, you will add statically, and you need to put the MAC address. So this MAC address we will put. I can take this one here. Let me copy this. Okay, then I will put here. This is a MAC address. After that, this MAC address and this interface, which interface you are having here, it is in which VLAN. So by default all the interface are in the VLAN 1, because I did not change anything, so I will write here VLAN 1 only. Okay, and then you will write int interface and give the interface, which interface is that one. Okay, which interface is that one connecting to this server E0/3. So you will write here this side E0/3. So I will write here E0/3. Press enter. That's all. Any doubts here? Any confusion? If I am going fast, just confirm. I can slow down my speed. This is for the freshers who don't know anything, who don't know ABC of the networking. We are going from the scratch. No need to worry. No one will born from all the knowledge. You need to learn. Then only you can become the master. So if anyone is having any confusion, any doubts, just write in the chat. Okay. So anyhow, I added here. What I done here, I configure the MAC address. After that, if you want to check, write here exit. Okay, and you can write here show MAC address table. Show MAC address table. Press enter. And you can see here all the MAC address entry is removed here, because already 5 minutes finish and no one communicate, no one is active, so all the information is deleted here. But the one which we configure, if you see the one which we configure here, it is present because we configure here and it is a static. What is the meaning of static? Means manually we configure. Static means manually we configure this one, and even 5 minutes finish or 500 minutes finish, it will be present. It will not going to delete here. It is not going to delete from here. Even 5 minutes is finish or 500 minutes is finish. This one we configure manually, so it will be present here. Same thing here, my port E0/3 is connected to some device whose MAC address is this one, and it is in the VLAN 1. And you can see how we put this one, not dynamic. Manually we configure, that's why you have here static. Okay, and what else we can say here? If you need here, we can write some more commands, like how many MAC address this switch can support. Okay, if you want I can show you that also. How, like some commands we need to put if you want to verify how many MAC address this switch can store, and also if you want to check the aging time, we are calling that is the aging time. 5 minutes is the aging time of the switch. If you want to check that one, you can write here show MAC address table aging time and press enter. By default you have 300 seconds. You can see this is the aging time. We are calling this one as a aging time. Okay, and one more thing, if you want to get the information, this switch is going to store how many MAC address. You can write show MAC address, okay, table count and press enter. Currently you have only one. If you can see here, dynamically means switch learn itself. Switch did not learn with itself. Here if you see, you have 0 here. Switch did not learn with itself, it is 0. And if you see static means manually we configure only 1 here, and total we have only 1 here. And what we can say here, we can say like this is the capacity, total space available in the switch. This many MAC address they can store in this model. I am audible, right? Or you are facing any problem here? So now in this life what we learn the basic thing, just how to use the new EVE-NG, and we done the basic lab about the MAC address, and we learn about the MAC address basic lab, how the switch is storing that information. Any doubts, anything? If you have any doubts, just write here so I can answer, else we can end the session. Okay, if you don't have any doubts, we can end the session. See you tomorrow. And how we can switch off this EVE-NG? If you want to switch off this EVE-NG, how we can do? Just go here. If you want to save the configuration, write WR to save the configuration. Okay, after that you can click here cancel, and after that go here and click here stop all nodes. Wait for some time, all nodes will be closed. Here you can see all are closed. After that you can go here, this is the EVE-NG. You can write here shutdown command and do that one also. Okay, you can log in here, you can write root and EVE shutdown -h now. With this command also we can do, or if you want shutdown -h, what they are giving, you have two methods. You can use this command also, shutdown -c they are giving. Okay, to cancel shutdown. Generally we are writing shutdown -h. Okay, but if you want, you can do another method also. Generally what we are doing, we are not using that one. You can look the EVNG website also. In that one you will find, this is the new version I am using. So in the old one, what I am doing this one. Let me check here. Here I think, yeah, like this. Okay, it is there. Yeah. So what I wrote here, it is shut down now. If you did not observe, let me power on again and show you what I done here. Okay, I wrote only simple this command. Let me put in the notepad. Okay, here if I go here, I wrote this command, shut down -h now. This command we put. If you put this command, EVNG is going to shut down this one. But anyhow, let me show you again, as I already opened this one. So you can see EVNG is power on now. I am going to show you how you can shut down this one. So I think it is already on. Now let me put, yeah, you can see here root and then EVE, and you write shut down -h now. Press enter. Here again we are getting some issue. I think I give space. Shut down. Okay. -h now. Okay, so what I done, shut down space -h now. That's all. With this one we can power off the EVNG. Any doubts, any confusion here? If you don't want to do that way, you have here option before, you can do from that side also. Okay, if you want I will show you that also, but this is the proper method. If you want to power off, you write shutdown space -h space now. That will be the proper method. Even if you look the EVNG website, it will show you that one only. But what we will do, we will go here and we will click that. This way also I am doing. We can do this way also. Let me show you. Let's it is be ready, then we can power off. See here we get the IP here. Just you go here, click this and power off. Power off. That's all. This is also, this way also you can do. Okay, but that is the correct method. You can write shutdown -h now. Okay, so now we will end the session. See you bye in our next live session.